What were the costs to the Electoral Commission in the Darren Grimes case?
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. I might have to pass over to Bob at this point.
So in the Darren Grimes case, which, as Louis said, we made a mistake, we lost. It's an interesting case. I'll just comment on the costs and just the case about why the costs. We spent about £230,000 here or there.
We were talking about a £20,000 fine, and the costs were wholly disproportionate. On the other hand, we were dealing with a very young, inexperienced man who had no means of his own, who, unaided, would have been unable to resist the strength of the Electoral Commission. And you spent almost £250,000. And it was only through crowd funding that he was able to raise the necessary resources to defend. This is a lamentable state of affairs, isn't it, Mr. Fosler?
No, I mean, I don't know how is. I would doubt the crowdfunding raised. I don't know what crowdfunding raised, but I would doubt it raised £750,000. Clearly, he had good legal support. He's absolutely entitled to that. I think what's of concern about the case is why it cost that amount. So far, this is the only time the Commission has lost a case on appeal. So I think it needs to put into that context. That doesn't help Mr. Grimes, I appreciate. We got that wrong. We absolutely acknowledge that for Mr. Grimes. However, it is the due process of law. It is just one case.
And I think it's right to say, isn't it, Mr. Posner, that the judge observed in his judgment that although he wasn't asked to consider the point, he would have been sympathetic to a reduction in the amount of the penalty that the Commission imposed.
Yes,
so it would appear that the penalty itself was over the top.
We would think that a £20,000 fine was entirely proportionate.